Very good morning, students. We started to think about Adivasi and development and what all things it is forced them to move away from their own lifestyle, and now they are depending on other works like domestic works, or in the industrial side they are working, or they are working in the plantations, like that. Many things we have seen in the lesson. Okay, we are moving to last paragraph of the page. This is radically contrary to our image of Adivasi today as somewhat marginal and powerless communities. And when we are seeing the history of tribal people, we can understand what we are thinking about them, that is entirely different. If you go through the anthropological books about tribals, we can see rich tradition they are having, and they are having their own system of rules and regulations, means leadership and other things. In the pre-colonial world, they were traditionally ranged hunters and gatherers and nomads, and lived in the shifting agriculture, also cultivating in one place. That all things we have seen in history book, how there was hunters and gatherers, and some of them was nomads. And when we studied about sixth and seventh standard history, the kings, they was using the these nomadic tribals to carry their grains or the food items from one place to another place, like that things we have seen in 7th standard. When we studied about Aham society, we have seen that one. Then although these remain for past 200 years, Adivasi housing increasingly forced through economical changes, forest policies, and the political force applied by the state and private industry to migrate to lives of as workers in plantations, at construction sites, in the industries, and as domestic workers. So we can see when the British people came, at that time itself it started to apply the forest policy and other things, and our Adivasi people, they migrated to even to other countries like Mauritius or Sri Lanka, like that, for in search of work in plantations. And for the first time in history, they do not control or have much direct access to the forest territories. When the British people given like that policy, that time they lost their access to the direct access to the forest, where they was living freely according to their custom and tradition. From the 1830s onwards, Adivasi from Jharkhand and adjoining areas moved in a very large numbers to various plantations in India and the world, that is Mauritius, then Caribbean, and even Australia. Why they got that compulsion? Because in the plantation it is more or less like a forest. Inside they want to work, but they want to work for the honor, that is there, but it is excluded from the outside of the society. What was their system of life that they can follow, like that they are thinking and going. Then and India's tea industry became possible with their labor in Assam. In Assam, we can see the tribal people maximum, not only tribal people, those who lost their job or livelihood, that people also went, especially tribal people and the scheduled caste people. That reason also we know why they thought like that they can free themselves from this caste based society. Then today there are 70 lakh Adivasis in Assam alone. The story of this migration is full extreme hardship, torture, and heartbreak and death. And what we are seeing, the Adivasi people in Assam, they faced many things, many difficulties there, hardship, or they got tortures. Even when we are studying history, Indian history, the civil disobedience movement or the non-cooperation movement, that time also they thought like that Gandhiji Swaraj means they are going to get freedom, and they try to run away from plantations, and again they caught by police, and they got how means much torture they face, beating, and without food they want to work full day, like that many torture they face in their life. Okay, then for example in 19th century alone, 5 lakh Adivasi had perished in this migration because of them migrating from one place to another place, and the traveling was not that much easy, and especially those who are coming from one area to other area, their lifestyle was entirely different. So this is no official number, it is 5 lakh people. Maybe that 5 lakh may come to 15 lakh or 20 lakh, that may be not got the number to the government officials. Then the song below captures the hope of the migrants and the reality they faced in Assam. And we know the folk songs what they used to sing, the farmers like that. The plantation workers also was singing some song, in that it is given how much they was facing. Come Mini, let's go to Assam. Our country has so much suffering. The country of Assam, oh Mini, has tea gardens full of greenery. They are calling that Mini to somebody and saying like that, we will go to Assam because we are suffering a lot here. And the Assam, what is the speciality? It is with a tea garden with full of greenery. The Sardar says work and work, and Babu says catch and bring them in, and Sahib says I will take off the skin of your back. They Jaduram, who you received us by sending us to Assam. And when they reached the Sardars, the owners of the plantation, they said like that, work again and again. Or the supervisors, they are saying like that, work again and again. And here they are given some names like that, and it may be police officials or talukdars like that. They are saying like that, catch and bring them in. And those who are trying to go away from the plantations, they are getting the instruction like that. Maybe the fellow workers, they are getting the instruction, go and bring them back. Then Sahib says, I will take off your skin of your back, means I am going to beat you severely. Like that was the condition of Adivasi people, were those who are working in Assam area. Not only Assam, it is given the example of Assam. And here it is given the photo of the coal plant of Orissa and how they was the people they was working. Okay. Then come to forest land have been cleared for timber and to get the land for agriculture and industry. The forest land we cleared for many purpose, that is maybe for mining purpose or for timber purpose or for agriculture purpose or for industrial purpose, for many purpose. Adivasi have also lived in the area that are rich in minerals and other natural resources. These are taken over for mining and other large industrial projects. Please underline, the Adivasi people where they was living, there was the good mining area or with natural resources. So the industrials, they thought about to mine that particular product and make the industrial goods like that. Then powerful force has have often colluded to take over the tribal land. Much of the time the land is taken away forcefully and procedures are not followed. According to the official figure, more than 50% of the persons displaced due to the mines and mining projects are tribals. The wherever it is coming, for example dam construction or in the mining of particular things, we can see that area maximum people they are getting the displacement, that is poor people. The rich people, they can very easily they can sell their land, already they are having enough and more land, they will sell it and they will move from that place to another place. But the Adivasi people or the poor people may having only 5 cent land or a small area to make one house, that much only. And if you are selling also, they won't get enough money to purchase another one land and construct their houses. So then 90% of the people, 50% of the people, those who got this displacement, that was Adivasi people. Then Another recent survey report of the organization working among the Adivasi shows 79% of the persons displaced from states of Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Orissa and Jharkhand are tribals. And if you are taking the total Indian population, it is coming 50% only. But when we are concentrating of the states, which is where we are having maximum tribals, that area 79 means almost three-fourth of the population displaced, that was Adivasi people. Especially which states? Andhra, Chhattisgarh, Orissa and Jharkhand. Huge tracts of their land have also gone under the water. Hundreds of dams that have been built in independent India. We know the Narmada, and for that Meda Patkar, she surrendered her life to protect the Narmada river. Because of this reason, many reasons are there, and one of the reason is the tribal people of that area. Then in the northeast, their land remains highly militarized. India has 104 national parks covering 40,501 square kilometers and 543 wildlife sanctuaries covering 118,918 square kilometers. All this land, reserved forest, or we are making or national park or the wildlife sanctuaries, everything is coming the land where the Adivasi people was using. These are areas where the tribals originally lived but were evicted from. Where the Adivasi people was living there, from there they got the compulsion to move away. When they continue to stay in these forests, they are termed encroachers. When the people they are continuing to live there, that was their own original life place where they was originated, that place itself they are living continuously without listening the government, then the government is calling them encroachers. Okay, we will continue in next video.